If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Cheers back again and welcome to episode number 97 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We're trying to eke out some extra few pennies from the board, as you can see, asking for 600k, and straight away finding out that they rejected that. So we'll try for 400 and see what they say to that one. Again, still waiting to up the cup expectation, because the first game that we play in the cup is against Arsenal, and I can't guarantee that we're going to get through to the next round, so I don't want to put my job in jeopardy just chasing some extra transfer funds. We do, however, get an offer for our goalkeeper from Middlesbrough for Pedro Galese. I wasn't expecting that. No, I wasn't expecting the second one either, of 2 million from Huddersfield, let alone the fact that when I rejected this second one, there was going to be a third bid for him, although albeit only 1.5 million from Werder Bremen. So apparently our new goalkeeper is quite sought after, 70 rated at the age of 27, and are growing quite nicely this season, and hopefully will continue to grow throughout the remainder of this season, and perhaps even into the next year, or we could sell him on in the summer and maybe bring in someone else who's even better. We'll have to wait and see. But right now we have the task of Liverpool in front of us, and that's the first time that they've played at the Abbey Stadium this entire series. Now, we played Manchester United here in the last episode or two, and we're able to get ourselves a 1-1 draw. We've unfortunately lost to Arsenal, and we lost to City, and we drew with Chelsea. So I was unsure what was going to happen here. We haven't yet beaten a top four side at home this season, so we'll be trying to do that in this game. Daniel Sturridge is starting up top with Asaidi and Markovic outside in a 4-3-3 formation. Bit strange not to see Sterling start, to be completely honest, but I mean, I'm not going to complain if they're not going to start Raheem Sterling. We got off to a decent start, dinking it through to Spawler, but unfortunately, though, his finish was left a little bit wanting. The goalkeeper had his angles covered, and they're playing a guy called Murphy in goal. I'm not really too sure who he is. I presume he's one of these kind of, guys that starts out in the low 60s and just glitches up to the high 80s for no apparent reason in career mode this year. Seems to happen to quite a few goalkeepers. Not really too sure why it does, but it's probably just poor coding on EA's part. But he had his angles covered again there, able to pluck that one out from mid-air, but didn't have his angles covered for that one. And Georgiev, on his weaker right foot, gives us a 1-0 lead at home against Liverpool in the 25th minute, and that kind of sparked them into life. They hadn't really threatened to that point, and as you can see here, they're going to have their first attack. Adam Lallana and Lazar Markovic linking up very well. Lallana's feet are very, very good indeed, but Galese was on hand to make a decent save there. Perhaps a little bit lucky that it dropped to the defender in front of him rather than to the awaiting Liverpool striker. I think it was actually Adam Lallana again waiting to tap it into an empty net, but Markovic was heavily involved here. Back to Jordan Henderson. Nice little 1-2. And Markovic really disappointing with his finish. Maybe a little bit wary of the guy that slid in on him there on the right-hand side as he was about to take the shot. But we'll take it if he's going to be unnervy in front of goal, or if he's going to be nervy in front of goal rather, then we'll hope to take advantage of that. And unfortunately, Adam Lallana couldn't keep his composure either, hitting the outside of the post there, and you see from his reaction how disappointed in himself he is for not putting that one away. They brought on Mario Balotelli, and Raheem Sterling, but neither of them were able to get the ball into the back of the net there, and Glenn Johnson's shot smashed into the side netting. So with 10 minutes to go, we're looking quite a commanding position, but as you can see, we're on the ball on the defensive, but then they've obviously pushed lots of men forward to try and get themselves an equaliser, and we'll try and catch them on the counter-attack and take advantage of that. Christian Pania racing down the right-hand side, brilliant ball in. Georgiev with the header, comes off the bar and then cleared away by Dejan Lovren. So we do get the 1-0 win. It's the first time we've beaten a big Barclays Premier League side at home this entire series. So I am delighted to have been able to come away with a victory there, and 3 points that actually moves us above them in the league. Unfortunately, the board still turned down my £400,000 approach, so we'll have to ask for 250k. Not that that will make any difference really to our transfer budget whatsoever, but apparently the board are going to continually be absolutely broke, and I'm not going to use the financial takeover because, again, I can't open the catalogue because of all the things that people have gifted me. So we move into the second game of the episode, away from home in the FA Cup against Arsenal. This is the game that I was a bit unsure about as to whether I could put into the board request, whether I could put round of 16 or round of 32. I kind of played it safe and went for round 32 just to make sure that I didn't put any unrealistic expectations on myself, because obviously it's going to be a difficult game against Arsenal, especially coming a few days after the game against Liverpool, which meant I had to play a pretty heavy rotation side here. As you can see, Casado's our main starting striker, but then we've got Kevin Schmidt alongside him, Aguilar and Michael Woods in the middle with Morozo at centre-back as well, and Greg Taylor at left-back. So it isn't the strongest lineup we could have put out by any means, but we're actually going to get off to a positive start. Michael O'Halloran breaking through, and that was close there to 1-0. Good, decent turn inside, and unfortunately his shot was kind of just... He tried to whip it, I think, and he didn't really get enough whip on it. He hit it too straight and narrow, but unfortunately Danny Welbeck's shot was very straight and narrow, but there was a lot of power behind it as well, and that took it past Pedro Galesi, so we find ourselves 1-0 down, and they were continuing to be on the attack, as you can see, just after the half-hour mark. Abu Diaby dinks it into Sonogo, but his head was a little bit tame, and Sonogo really didn't threaten me, to be completely honest, for the entire game. I was not scared of Yaya Sonogo, but Michael Woods has a good shot here, good save by Uspina, and Silva is going to smash it away. Wellington Silva, I believe that is the midfielder, who is absolutely rapid, of course formerly played for Almeria in La Liga. But we're continuing to be on the attack at the end of the first half. Michael Woods again is going to have a shot from the edge of the box, and this time it flies into the back of the net. A brilliant strike, so much power behind it, and the goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it. Quite a similar finish in, not necessarily in the execution of it, but you know, in the theory behind it. A straight, narrow, or straight, powerful shot. I don't know why I keep saying narrow. A straight, powerful shot into the back of the net. And we're back on level terms at 1-1. Into the second half we go, and they had the first chance of the second half, but we were going to get the second. Schmidt is going to race in behind here with less than 10 minutes to go. I was just thinking, just slot it in the bottom corner, mate. No, he can't. Right in front of the travelling away fans to give us passage through to the next round of the FA Cup, and he puts it wide, and that is why you need your first team strikers fit at all opportunities. But Alexis Sanchez had a brilliant chance at the other end to do exactly what we failed to do, but he did exactly what we did do and smashed it wide of the post. So we get a 1-1 draw against Arsenal in the FA Cup, which unfortunately means we have a replay, which means that the fixture list in January gets even more congested, which is quite frustrating, to be honest, because we don't have the depth in the squad at the minute, and the fitness really is going to become a problem towards the end of this particular window. As you can see, we got the replay against Arsenal and then a game against Derby, where we have to play Arsenal in the league in between the two FA Cup games. So we'll play Arsenal twice in tomorrow's episode, and then we'll have Derby and Tottenham on Monday, and that will take us towards the end of the transfer window. Like I say, I am away this weekend, so I can't take any of your suggestions for the transfer window on board as of yet, but when I get back I will scour through the suggestions in the comment section of the previous couple of videos to make sure that I try and at least go after one of the players that you want, if of course I have the money to do so. But the win against Liverpool has moved us above them into 7th in the Premier League table right now, and we currently sit 3 points outside the Europa League spot. So I'm not sure where we're going to end up this season. I'm pretty confident of a top 10 finish, but I don't know whether we'll be able to challenge for Europe. We'll have to wait and see. But that will bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. There was a My Player episode that went up earlier on this afternoon, but for now I will see you next time.